Hey everyone, check out this, the Ivation portable induction cooktop with child-safe control lock. So as you can see, this is the package itself, nothing too crazy, pretty simple. And then here's the side of it, side view, pretty compact. And as you can see in the background, there's the induction cooker as well. As you can see, there's all the side as well, all the information, text tells you about the cooker itself. Then here's this big pile of text so you know how to use it, compatibility, things like that, the glass surface cooking. So yeah, not too bad at all. So you can see right here, this is the Ivation cooktop right here. So it says induction cooker right here. And this says notice starting plate is hot after cooking, so don't touch it. So right now it is actually a little warm because I was testing out with my pot. And not bad, really easy to use. And then here's the instruction book right here, just a short manual telling you how to use it, how to adjust things. And have you plugged in, you can just hit the power button right there. The fan runs, then you can select the temperature you want, select the heating temperature you want, so you have watts right here, W, I believe that's watts, but either way, you can adjust this down, you push this up, and max, so this is 10. So you hear it beep like crazy because there's nothing on there, and it detects there's nothing on there, so if your pot doesn't work, it's going to just keep on beeping for a minute before it turns off. But either way, you adjust the temperature, and you bring it down from, there's like 10 settings I believe this is for. This goes from 140 all the way up to 460 max. And then this is all in Fahrenheit, so keep that in mind. And this is all, and there's also Celsius as well, it tells you about it. But either way, I mean actually it is in Celsius, that's what it says right here. But either way, you can adjust between those, no problem at all. Timer, tap it once, set the time you want, or you hold it down for 10-second intervals. Hold this way for 10-second intervals going down. Once you have what you want, just tap it one more time, and there you go. It's set. Now it's going to count down for each minute, going all the way down. Let's say, I want to just lock it so no one bumps into it by accident. You can hold this down and lock. But as you see, it's not going to do anything if there's nothing running or the timer's not going. But it locks the settings so kids can't accidentally change it on you when you're cooking something important, or someone just reach over and just, it's like, what's this? And it just touches across this and just set settings. I've seen that quite happen a couple times. Like, what's this do? And people just, change the temperature and just ruin whatever you're cooking. But overall, not too bad. Let's see here. It's almost cool already. It's like actually cool to touch. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool to touch, and it's been like maybe a couple minutes, 3 to 4 minutes so far, maybe almost 5. But overall, not bad. Pretty easy. Cools down pretty well. So let me turn it right off. And then show you the base. So let me flip this over. So this is a glass top, so we have to be careful of that. And here's the base right here. You have the fan, 4 upper feet, pretty decently thick. So it's off the ground, so you don't have to worry about it. This is the back side of it. Just like that. Comes with a 5 feet cable. Pretty nice and sturdy, pretty strong. It's not really hot, maybe a little bit warm over here, but the rest of the cable itself is pretty nice, pretty loose. Let me unplug it for you to see. So it's a 2-headed prong, no ground. Overall, not too bad. So this is actually cool down to a touch. Now the most important thing is, if your kids turn it on by accident, nothing's gonna happen unless you have something sitting there. So that's the great thing about this type of cooker induction is that, it's based on electricity flowing through. So basically, anything won't work until there's a connection between these two spots. So these two lines has to be connecting pretty much, and then the electricity is flowing through there, and as it goes through, it heats up the pot, and then that way, that's how your pots heat up. Then that's how you know it works or not. If it beeps, then it's beeping like crazy. Then obviously it's not going to work. If it doesn't beep like crazy, then this is definitely for you to use. So if you watch a moment, I'm going to put a pot here and let it boil. Alright everyone, so this is the pot on top of the induction cooker, and you can see right here. It's going just fine. It's making a noise I can hear. So it's not a beep, which means it is actually working. And you see I have lights set right here, timer set, temperature set. I have max temperature. And I can set heating to a little higher if I wanted to. Temperature 460 right now, 460 degrees Fahrenheit. Working towards that. Starting to build up. I hear like some whirling noise in it, which is probably the induction. Probably just the electricity. The electrons being transferred up into the pot and heating up the base, but the base, this is actually really warm, so be careful about that. It's actually building up heat. And then right here, you have the lock button. I can lock it if I wanted to, so I'll say bump into it. Like, let's say we're just doing a hot pot or something, or someone we're just cooking, and you just bump into it, and you just mess up the temperature, and then you end up with a mess. But as you can see, it's working just fine. It's counting down. and the inside is starting to move around a little bit. So there's motion in there, so it's starting to heat up. And the lid, you readjust it a little bit to make sure the nice warm seal. Of course, later on you can pop it off, but usually, I like to close it off and then heat it up. And as I heat it up, things are moving. As you can see inside, things are starting to move up here. That means the temperature is getting up, starting to get to that boiling point. But I'll come back once it is actually boiling and show you that it's actually pull up to that degree. But as you can see, the cord's right here, 5 feet long, pretty nicely. Still a lot to go. I could definitely put this on the table if I wanted to. So yeah, not too bad overall. And then there's the on and off, so tap that to turn it on, tap that to turn it off, tap it to switch between those icons on there, so you can see timer as well, temperature, heating, and then this counts down as it's going through each minute. And if you hit timer, you can set it up. I'll show you that in a little bit. Locking it, if you want to unlock it, just hold it down and unlock. So basically, most of this function is for induction, which basically means it sends a current through and then your finger connects that current, and basically that's what's happening on there. So as I put my finger through these, as you can see, there's 2 layers. All of them have like a layer of second layer circle and a circle. As those 2 touch together, and that's pretty much what happens. Everything's very labeled, easily done. And even the Ivation logo is just fine as well right there. And we also label itself as an induction cooker, so you don't accidentally use the wrong things. Now, if you have the wrong pot in there, it'll just beep at you non-stop for a minute until it turns off. But I'll just wait until it boils and get back to you on that one. Alright, now it's at the 91 mark. And let's look inside. I see some water action there, boiling up down. So you can see right here, it is starting to boil. Woo, it's fogged up the glass. Yeah, careful of that. Let my glass cool down a little bit. This is dangerous for my camera. But anyways, so you can see right there, it is boiling, and it's boiling nicely. So yeah, once you hit that temperature you want, you just you control everything. So let's say you want to switch it up, you want to bring it down the wattage or bring up the wattage, you can do that, no problem. Temperature, you bring down the temperature, bring it right up. Still no problem at all. I feel like this is like a dream now because all the, the moisture onto the lens. But either way, let's say you want the timer, you can turn it off if you want, or just turn off the machine as well, just like that. And you can hear the noise died down. There's no noise anymore, and not too bad, not too bad at all. This pot fits there just fine, fairly nice, and it cools down probably should be cooling down really fast as well because it's a glass surface and glass cools down really fast. But overall, not too bad, and that didn't really take that long to start the boil. But yeah, you can see it's heating up, it's, boiling very easily, nothing too difficult. So yeah, hopefully it's been helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a comment below. If not, hey, thanks for watching, and once again, this is the Ivation portable induction cooktop with child-safe controls.